y is inversely proportional to x and y equals 4 when x equals 1/2. The question says find x when y equals 10. Now this is a variation problem. To solve this question, we're going to pick each statement one by each and then begin to demystify each statement. Now from the very first statement I have here, it says y is inversely proportional to x. So that tells you the relationship between y and x. Now to represent this mathematically, what this means is y is inversely proportional. So since it's inversely proportional, so you say 1 divided by x. So this represents an inverse variation. Now, but the way the thing is that it's not useful for me to work with a variation like this. So I need to change the proportionality sign to an equality sign. Now to do that, the statement you have here is equivalent to y equals. Now anytime you change the proportionality sign to an equality sign, then whatever you have at the right hand side must have a constant attached to it. Now this is going to be k times 1 over x. So the k here is representing the change from a variation, or that is, the k has been derived from this variation here. So in other words, it's going to be y equals k divided by x, because k times 1 is k all over x. So this equation here is going to what's modeling the behavior between y and x. Now let me now go ahead and read the rest of the question. It says when y is 4, x equals half. So what I'm giving is when y equals 4, it says x equals half. Now the usefulness of the first information I have here is that it's going to help me to determine the constant of proportionality. So let me substitute these values into this equation here. So let's call this let's just call this equation 1, or let's call it equation 1, 1. So it says when y is 4. So when y is 4, so you have 4 equals, so you have k divided by, so x is 1/2. So x is 1/2. So we want to find k here. Now we know that k this is what you have k divided by 1/2. So k divided by 1/2. Now this is the same thing as k times, so when you change the division sign to a multiplication sign, you reciprocate what you have here. So this becomes 2 divided by 1, and then k times 2, that's going to give you 2k divided by 1, which is just 2k. So in other words, k divided by half is 2k. So what I have here is 4 equals 2k. So to find k, I'm going to divide both sides by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, so this goes off, and then 2 divided by 4 is going to give you 2. So you have 2 equals k, or you can just say k equals 2. So anyway, we have the value for k. So since we now know a value for k, I can rewrite the equation I have here as, so this becomes y equals, so my k is now 2, so you have 2 divided by x. Now this is a very good model. So I'm going to use this model to find the solution to the problem. Now the question says, it says find x when y equals 10. So it says, what is x? X equals what? When y is 10. So when y is 10. So we want to find x. Now so you do not forget that what we have here is y equals 2 over x. So you have y to be equal to 2 over x. So this is what's going to help us in solving or finding x. So it says when y is 10. So when y is 10, you would have 10 equals 2 divided by x. So our aim is to find x. Now to find x, you cross multiply. So what you're going to have is going to be 10 times x equals 2. Now to find x, I have to divide both sides by 10. So divided by 10, divided by 10. So this goes off, and then you have 2 here, 1, and then 2 in 10, you have 5. So your x is just going to be 1 all over 5. So this is your value of x. So let's go ahead and check. X is 1 over 5. So this is our solution here, 1 over 5. That completes the problem.